Greetings. This is Real Bar Talk, real brothers, real topics, real opinions. I go by the name of Nonchalant.
Magna Carta.
Brother Joe.
And I think if it's all the same, we're going to start it off with that top five.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
We're going to start off with that top five, all time, top five hip hop albums. Whoever wants to go first, be my guest.
You know, I love it.
Hold up. First of all, this is Real Bar Talk with DaHoarsemen. Subscribe, hit the likes. Tasty Tuesday, as we say. I'm with the nice cold one.
I'm rocking with the Uncle Nearest again.
Uncle Nearest broke my pockets this past week, so went to a little cigar function and blessed the people with some of that Uncle Nearest 100 proof 1856.
Right.
So I left it there.
So you dry tonight?
Never dry. Got that old thief, old Jack Daniel. You know Jack Daniel the thief.
Yeah.
There's no apple pie.
Okay.
Just bewildered because I can't get my board working.
So all right.
Make it do what it do. So if y'all want me to go first, I will.
Yep.
Okay.
Listen, this is how I like it to go. I'm gonna give you my number one and my favorite five, and then somebody can go. I already heard Carter said he didn't have a particular order, but I had to put these in order, man. These are the albums that was most impactful to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And as we grow, our taste for music kind of changes. You know, I remember being in college and Public Enemy, Uzi Weighs a Ton.
Woo!
Oh my God, that album was, but then we grow, like, you know, then we grow and don't ever forget those albums, but, you know,
right.
Going through a whole album,
yeah,
you know, like a whole album.
I think PE was the creators of not just having an album out with songs. The album was how do you say it? It was, for lack of a better term, it was like a whole like moment. You know what I mean? It was a whole I'm missing the name that you call that.
A movement?
It's a movement, yeah, but I don't think that's doing it justice to whereas the song was like the whole album was it was based on everything tied in. You know what I mean? Then I think after that, you know, you had your NWAs that did it. De La Soul started their thing doing it. Even if you listen, if you go fast forward to now, like Good Kid, Mad City, everything on there, and it was broken down by my son how everything tied in, the songs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just like here's a song, there's a song. It all tied in, and I think PE, if I'm not mistaken, was the first ones to do that. To whereas the song was like I said, I can't remember the word, but it was definitely,
you mean like how that whole album almost kind of like was a movie.
It was a movie, definitely was that. But I'm probably gonna remember the word when you know.
Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But
it'll come. It'll come.
Yeah.
After the show is over.
That's what I was trying to say. It'll you know.
I want the pushback, man. I'm going with my number one all-time album, Get Rich and Die Trying, yo. Like, the album was just phenomenal. Hunger. And I don't think 50 Cent is a lyricist, but I mean, I think after that album, it was only on one way he could do is go down. And I mean, I wrote down 7 bangers off of it. So it's hard for me to come up with like 5.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. So I got
because every time I started putting certain things down, it kept. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about that one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so my order is not in order. But go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
But check it out. So this is, I'm gonna just name 5, and if you have a different 5, because this may not be in your top 5, but you know the album, you know.
Right.
So I'm gonna say, "What's Up, Gangsta," "Patiently Wait," "Many Men." There's so many. "High All the Time." "Back Down." I mean, come on. And I ain't even like name in the club like PIMP. Like it's that's my number 1, man. That's my number 1 album.
So we're gonna do like that, and then
you gotta make it to heaven. That was one of my favorites.
See, that's the dialogue. Yeah. I'm forcing you to pick your number 1 album on your 5.
Oh, okay.
No, there's no problem with that.
No, there's no problem with mine either. I could do that.
Next up.
So we're gonna go 1, 1, 1, 1, and then round.
Yeah, and then hit your 5 favorite songs on the joint.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll go next. I don't got a problem with that. So now I just got to pick a number 1. Okay. All right. So then mine would be, like I said again, this is my top 5 of all time. So mine's would be Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life Volume 2. That's what mine is.
Notable songs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I go If I Should Die. Hard Knock Life. It Was All Good Just a Week Ago. Reservoir Dogs, of course. It's Like That. And It's All Right. Like those. I ain't even get into like the Money Cash Holes. That's like that was just like a commercial song right there. Then he did a remix to that with Bleak and Siegel. It was just a whole time right there. Like that was how I got introduced to Jay-Z, because his first album, it came out a little too soon for me. And then the second album was okay. Yeah. Reasonable Doubt was a little early for me. I was still into basketball. I wasn't worrying about music at the time.
I ain't mad at that.
And then when I heard that, that's when I went back.
Right. Well, I guess I'm next.
What you got for us?
Dillmatic. That's my number 1.
Okay.
I knew that.
Let's see what we got. Got that in my top 5.
I could have told you that.
I got that in my top 5. Let's see what we agree on. What's your 5 favorite joints on that?
5 favorite joints. Okay. This is not an easy one for me.
They don't gotta be the order.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, you got 9 beautiful songs, so. But this is in no particular order. Memory Lane. New York State of Mind. The World Is Yours. It Ain't Hard to Tell. Represent. That 5?
Yeah. So next up,
I Believe That's You.
the Broad Street Bully, baby. The Reason, baby. Yo, when
You
I
got The
heard
Reason
this
over The
album,
Truth?
The Reason, man, and I went through his first 3 albums, and it was like every song on The Reason was hot to me. Hot. Nothing like it. My favorite joint, yo.
That's my
thing is
favorite
so
on there.
visual.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Still Got Love for You. Mom Praying. Get Down. And Mac Bitch, yo. Like, you see Siegel and that Mac Bitch, come on, yo. Just go bonkers in the joint, yo.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my
you
dog.
Could play that.
Yo.
You could play that anywhere. Like as soon as it come on, like crazy.
That's my dog, though. That's my 5. That's my second all-time favorite album, The Reason.
Like I said, mine. I know you up next, Magna Carta. Mine are not.
Nah, you can go ahead.
Mine are not going to be in order. But these were the ones for me.
You ain't even mentioned I don't do much, brother
Yeah.
JC.
Not much of a laid-back guy.
Nah.
But I know that's a lot of favorite people. I did a Siegel versus 50 verses before. And I purposely didn't play I Don't Do Much because I knew it was my cousin's favorite song. So I didn't want to just dust the dude by playing that for my 20th song because I just know he just got so many bangers. I'm like, I'm not even going to play to the audience, you know?
I will be
pushback
remiss.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry about that. No, go ahead.
The pushback I would have with you on that is only that I think I like The Truth better. I like The Truth album better than The Reason.
Yeah.
And it is your top 5, but that I'm not pushing back on that. But I'm just saying, I went through The Reason track list, and yes, it start off like once it's Nothing Like It. Come on, just the sample in the beginning of the song gets you in, and you like, damn, he about to go in. You know he is.
Yeah, I think that's what trapped me in that album. That song was it just trapped me in that whole album, like how visual his lyrics were. And then when you get Mom Praying and Still Got Love for You, like I'm like, rap gotta speak to my emotions. And that's the one thing I could say about Beans that I can't say about Pac. Like Pac made some emotional joints, but his lyrics was not compared to Beans or even Face or Scarface. So
he wasn't a lyricist though.
He wasn't a lyricist, so that's why Beans, like, he appealed to my emotion and he was lyrical. But I don't know everything off of The Truth off the top of my head, but I think that I like the Be Coming even better than The Truth. Yeah. So when you got 3 albums and you argued about like this one is better, I mean, that's my brother's testimony. That's the Broad Street, man. That's his testimony, yo.
So I go through it. I'm going through it. Okay, so then he got The Truth.
So is this your second favorite album?
No, it's not.
Okay, so let me hear it. I mean, we got time to, go off the grid a little bit.
Just to go back and forth with you just a little bit. That's all.
Let me hear it.
So I'm going through The Truth. So the first song, The Truth. When that song come on, that beat,
That's
that
Kanye.
Boy, okay. Then, all right. So I'm gonna throw some of my favorites out there. I ain't gonna go in order. Everybody Want to Be a Star, like how he puts that story in there. That Die. Mac and Brad, the song with him and Scarface on it.
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
Tough decisions.
What's your life like? What's your life like?
Tough decisions.
Oh my gosh. What's your life like?
I got my list right here. The Truth and The Reason. I got 5 from both joints. I just looked at the 5 on this side and said, I like this one.
Ride for Ma.
Yeah.
Yo. Then Stop, Chill.
Who Want What?
Yeah, I ain't even go to that one. I ain't even go to that one.
Yeah.
I'm just going to the songs like I'm listening to him. I'm like, damn, he really telling the story on that. Like that Die, that What's Your Life Like? Ride for Mine. Yo.
So The Truth was his first album.
Truth was his first album.
I think that was the raw Siegel. Again, he appeals to me because he touched a nerve because like he got them daddy issues. You know what I mean? So when I hear Still Got Love For You, that was just it. You know what I mean? Like that's serious, yo. That's 3 dudes up there like, yo, this is how I feel about the situation. And then if your grandmother was influential in your life like mine was, when I hear mom praying, come on, it's ball game, yo. So listen.
Yeah.
That's some serious stuff, man. When that Joker spitting that stuff about his, his family, yeah. Yeah, I stand on mine, yo. Yeah. That's what set the 2 albums apart for me.
Yeah. I got you. All right, so I'm gonna go to my no particular order. You tried to make me do that, but so just I'm gonna do.
No. Just tell me your second favorite album on your list.
Okay.
I can't even do that, but
my second favorite, I'm gonna have to go with Life After Death, Biggie.
Too much.
Notable.
Life After Death. Hypnotized, Kick in the Door. What's Beef?
Yeah.
Niggas Bleed. I Got a Story to Tell. One of my favorites, like showing Biggie's versatility when he was on there with Bone Thugs and Harmony, Notorious Thugs. Going back to Cali, 10 Crack Commandments. I could just keep going. Like, sky's the limit.
So why wasn't your number 1 then? If you could keep going, you ain't keep going with Jay-Z?
I could have said the whole thing. I could have just said, you said notable. You know what I mean? I could have said notable.
I heard Nonchalant said 9 pieces right here.
No,
I ain't hear you declare.
Bro, I could have went through the whole joint from front to back.
You sure?
I love them all. Like, I don't skip.
You sure?
I don't skip.
Are you sure?
These albums that I'm telling you, I don't skip a song on
I'm about to start some shit, Nonchalant. Are you sure?
Positive. I don't skip a song. The albums that I'm naming, I do not skip a song on none of them. I listen through it top to bottom every time. And I had the double disc Biggie joint, had the whoop, flip it, take it out, whoop, back to back to back. All right. First album, first CD done. Take that out. Second CD, go. Like, it was back and forth.
So let's do it like this, right? Let's make an analogy with sports. You got certain people that come in the league and they just dominant. Randy Moss, rookie year. So based on what you told me, you went to Jay-Z's 3rd album.
But
I gave you
based off of what
you see where I'm going
I
with
told
this, right?
you. I see where you're going,
rookie, but I gave you Rookie of the Year.
But you didn't listen to me.
I'm sorry.
You went to Siegel's 2nd album though. If we going by the same, but
Sophomore
what I'm saying
is it's hard to back up that first album with a banger.
It is.
I think he got better. He was getting better. He was evolving.
Jay-Z's first album came out when I was not paying attention to music. That's why it didn't even catch my radar. It was early. I was still young. The 3rd album came out when I was more into music, and that's when I started.
His 3rd album is better than Biggie's 2nd album.
Whoa.
I wouldn't say that.
Whoa.
But that's what you said.
I just put my favorite. I put my favorite albums together. I didn't put, like I said, man. Nonchalant was talking about it already.
Right.
I don't necessarily think that his Jay-Z's 3rd album is better than his first album. I'm just going by what I listen to more.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that Hard Knock Life Volume 2 is better than Reasonable Doubt. But at the time, I listened to Hard Knock Life more. Right. I remember that time. Right. I had to listen to Reasonable Doubt way after it came out, way after it already had its impact. While I was living in Hard Knock Life Volume 2. I was living in that. And that's how I was listening to that more.
And you was living in Biggie's 2nd album too.
But that's why I said.
Exactly.
That's why I said
So I'm gonna repeat the question one more time. I'm sorry, Nonchalant. Are you telling me that Jay-Z third album is better than Biggie's double album?
No, I didn't say that. I never said that. I said what I liked more.
Okay.
If I was doing a top 5 of whose was better, then I would put Life After Death ahead of that. But you made me pick a one.
Nah, don't make
my favorite.
So on my list,
don't make them force you into a corner.
On my list, everybody in the world knows Siegel my favorite rapper, but I'm still not partial, and I gotta give it to. That's what we call being objective. I gotta give it to 50.
I am being objective.
No favoritism involved.
It's not. So you think I'm doing it? No, what I'm trying to explain is, I see where you're going now.
You made the comment to Nonchalant that you knew Nas was going to be his number one. How did you make that comment?
Because he lived through it. I know and that's his favorite rapper. I
hope you see where I'm going with this, Nonchalant.
He lived through that time.
I'm trying.
You got a little favoritism. I mean, it's okay to admit that you don't favorite Jay.
If I pick the album all time of which one I think is better, I would have picked Reasonable Doubt. I wouldn't have picked Hard Knock Life. But I'm picking based off of what I listened to at the time on my favorite 5.
So I'm gonna ask you one more time. Is Jay-Z third album better than?
I already said no.
So why didn't you put Biggie's second album first?
Because I'm going off what I feel is my favorite personally, not which one I think is better all time, because I'm not doing an all-time best list. I'm doing my favorite top 5. That's what I'm doing.
But that's what
do you think that Beanie Siegel's album is better than Nas's first album?
I don't think nobody made a better first album.
I think he declared that, Magna Carta.
Then get Rich or Die Trying. Like, I stand on that.
Okay.
I think that's like the greatest rap album, in my opinion. Like, I just never heard an album that has so much fire and hunger.
Yeah. And, so then, in my opinion, if I started my list over, Life After Death would be higher than Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, that would be one. We know that you're saying that because you didn't list it. That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. I'm trying to make it objective list, not a subject to where I was at, whatever. Objectively, I'm looking at these songs. I'm looking at them objectively. Like, my favorite rapper, Beans. Second favorite rapper, Nas. But I can't give them no product better than that album that 50 made. I can't.
Yeah, but I was looking at it subjectively, not objectively.
Right.
Because I thought we were doing our favorite 5. I didn't know we were doing the best overall. We talked about that off screen, me and Nonchalant. I said we could do that one too, but I said what I'm about to do is what my favorite top 5 was. I didn't say what I thought was the best top 5. Now, if I would have did that, I would have changed it. But I'm doing my favorite top 5.
But I
didn't know what I didn't know. Go ahead.
But all of this, your objective is always going to be your perspective. You know what I'm saying? So you saying that even 50's he's not your favorite rapper, MC or nothing, but you consider him having the best album of all time, that's your perspective on it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though, but you're always going to go to your favorite. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite you're going to always go to for the most part. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's all perspective is what I'm saying. It's all perspective.
But we're looking at the impact too, though.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm just saying, normally what happens is you're going to go to who you like for the most part. You're going to go to who you like. That's why when you say somebody's your, like, if that's your favorite, it's because, and you didn't pick somebody else, that's because you didn't listen to it. Or you did listen to it, and that was still your favorite. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
I would have Get Rich or Die Trying higher than Hard Knock Life too. I would have that higher if I was doing a a subject of if I was doing a list based on all time. I didn't know that's the criteria we were going to. I just said I was gonna do my top 5 favorite all time, mine.
But you can never do somebody else's favorite of all time. Like I said, you don't consider. Let me just ask you a question. Do you think with all the talking points that Brother JC just had, do you think Get Rich or Die Trying is an all-time #1 best hip hop album?
No.
Okay, that's my whole point. He does,
but not because I don't like 50 Cent though, or because I have other favorites.
That's a whole different question. You know what I mean?
Right.
That doesn't say just because you didn't pick him as #1, you don't like 50. That might be one of your favorites as well. But from your listening ear on how you felt about it, that's not your #1. You feel what I'm saying? That's the perspective of the objective. You know what I mean? It's always going to be your perspective. Always. You know what I mean? Like Brother JC, you said The Truth wasn't your favorite Beans, even though that's your favorite artist. The Truth wasn't your favorite. That's your perspective. You know what I mean?
I don't think no one would have Beans in the top 10 best albums. None of his albums.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. See?
No, but that's my whole point. You would because that's your favorite. You feel what I'm saying?
I think we get caught. I think so. I went through the list. I went through all 200 songs on Rolling Stone. I'm looking at the list, like I'm going through
albums,
all the albums. I'm like, wow, like they really didn't have some of the greatest albums in the top 200.
Because I think their agenda is, like we talked about this last time, when you get to entertainment circles, their agenda is way different than ours. It's not basing it on. It's really the initial thing is not basing it on like really like you're not gonna have a lot of albums in the top 200 of Rolling Stone, Bob, any of them. You're not gonna have a top 200 that did not do numbers. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have that because they're basing their thing on a capitalistic thing. You feel what I'm saying? Money. You know what I mean? That's what they base everything on, or popularity, if you want to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to necessarily be, so it's going to be watered down. It's going to be watered down from the rip.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm done. I'm cool.
Yeah, so Brother JC, what I was also trying to get you to understand too is like, for me to put Illmatic in my top 5 would kind of be maybe kind of disingenuous because Illmatic came out when I was 10 years old. I don't understand what he was talking about when that came out. So I didn't really listen to that album like that. So that's why I'm saying, like, do I understand the impact of Illmatic? Yes, I do. Do I think it was a great album? Yes, I do. But again, I was late to that party.
It hit you different.
It hit me different.
Yeah.
So for me to know that there are other albums that's better, but for me to do my own personal top 5, it'll just be me saying Illmatic is #5, and I'm just saying that because everybody know that's a no-brainer. Instead of me being authentic to myself, saying, look, I was 10 years old when Illmatic came out. I never listened to Illmatic until I was an adult. How is that going to be in my top 5? That I can't even, I couldn't put that in my top 5 as favorite, but I can put that in top 5 if I'm going through a wide, a larger, more perspective from other people. Like if I get your input, like I was saying earlier, Nonchalant, I get Nonchalant's input, I get yours because you lived through it. And then y'all would help me work out my top 5 over all time, and not favorite, but just the most impactful albums that y'all think, because y'all lived through a lot more music than I did.
But you still would, well, you wouldn't have to, but it would behoove you. I don't know if you ever listened to Public Enemy. You would have to listen to them.
Exactly.
So that's what that's so now. That's a great point because we look at the younger generation and they don't know the people that came before them. I didn't live through Bob Marley, but I listened to every song he made,
Mm-hmm.
and I could say that he may be the greatest reggae performer ever, and I'm talking about impact to society. Now, a younger guy might say, you know, one of these guys that I don't even know the name.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but see, that's why I wouldn't put together a list like that without getting input from people like y'all, which is what I was telling Nonchalant earlier. If I was to put together a list that consists of all hip hop, I wouldn't put it through my perspective alone. I would get information from you, Nonchalant, Exact, anybody else that went through more music than me, and then I would try to put that together and build it around my music category too. You see what I'm saying?
That's respectful.
Now I'm just starting. I'm just the guy that's throwing the match in the woods and leaving.
Yes, you are.
Do a windstorm because I ain't got Biggie or Jay in my top 5 favorite album, but I know they impact.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know,
but that's your top 5. See what I'm saying? If I was doing the top 5 of all time, besides my opinion, it's no doubt that Nas would be in there.
Don't make this a Nas. Look, don't make this a Nas versus Jay, Nas versus Big. No. Make it a Big versus
how
Jay.
Did that happen? He's throwing a match in there again.
Yeah,
how did this happen?
I asked you, are you telling me that Jay-Z's 3rd album is better than Big's 2nd album?
And I said no.
So then I said, so why did you list Jay album as your number 1? That's all I said.
It's my favorite. Because it's my favorite. Okay. I'm not doing a list for the masses.
I understand the logic, but I got you, yo.
I'm trying to get you to understand
why I said objective versus subjective.
Mm-hmm. But it's always perspective.
Yeah. and it comes back to perspective.
Either whether it's subjective or objective, it's always perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to say. Like, how can you make a list that's not based on what you like? You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't.
Impossible.
It's virtually impossible. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why
I told you this subject was going to take probably the whole podcast, yo.
Yeah. Or without me using the N word, Nas, without me using that N word, I would say I would have put Biggie's album ahead of Jay-Z's 3rd, his Life After Death. Okay. Is that better for you? Instead of me using the N word, because I don't want to bring him into it.
Don't bring him into it, yo.
Okay.
Yo, okay. This is no particular order, but it takes the nations of millions to hold us back. Public Enemy.
Let me hit the 5 joints.
One of the greatest groups, bands, whatever you want. No, I ain't no band. It's a group. You know what I'm saying? Of all time. When we talk about influential, I don't think there's another hip hop group or group period that spoke to the disenfranchising of Black people as a whole, but did it in a funky ass way.
Not even X-Clan?
I'm picking PE, bro. All day. And I love X-Clan. But did you see the movements that I know what X-Clan represents in their movement, but dog, how many albums they got? Like 3?
Yeah, I struggled with them.
Yeah.
I struggled with them.
And by the 3rd one, for real, after the first one's a banger. I'm gonna give them that. But X-Clan, like 2nd album, you'd be hard pressed to listen to their 3rd.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
So here's where the student raises his hand, because I need to know who that is. I have not heard that name. X-Clan, please.
Brother Jay.
Brother Jay, Jay. This is what I want you to do. X-Clan. Listen, the name of the first album was To the East Blackwards. And Brother Jay was the MC. Not another one like him either. You know what I mean? He was dope. That was my man. You know what I mean? But they just
To the
didn't have
East
enough.
backwards.
For me, they didn't have enough
Okay.
content. And plus, when you put in the fact, the Bomb Squad, dog, the Bomb Squad, you could go down a catalog. Ice Cube wouldn't be Ice Cube if it wasn't for Bomb Squad. PE wouldn't be PE if it wasn't for the Bomb Squad.
And that's the producers, right?
It's a production team. Hank Shockley and others.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So they had a conglomerate of people that added to it. But I'm just saying, there's no, when you talk about, and I don't even want to put them in a box and say like, you know, conscious rappers. I don't want to do that. Because that
show was incredible. Stage show.
Their stage show, like it would
incredible.
It would discredit Public Enemy to say, "Oh, they're conscious rappers." Nah. They was one of the best groups, and not just hip hop. You could put them on any whatever you want to put them on genre of music, and they are solidified forever. You know what I mean? And that nation of millions, it's not enough I can say about it. Like bro JC was he had a very valid point earlier when he was saying, Yo Bum Rush the Show. My Uzi weighs a ton. That's their first album. But they stepped it up on the next one. You know what I mean? For as good as that one was, they stepped it up. They put it up another notch, or 2 notch, 3, 4, 5 notches. But I'm gonna go into my songs. Not in no particular order. Night of the Living Bassheads. Can't hear you no more, bro. I don't know if you did that on purpose, but you muted yourself. But,
it was an intruder.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's what you need that hunting rifle for. No intruders.
And it looked like the intruder you didn't want. But,
that's a fact.
But Night of the Living Bassheads. Black Still in the Hour of Chaos.
Hour of Chaos.
That is one of the best.
I got a letter from the government.
Like I said, when you talk about productions, and like I don't think Chuck D was a MC per se.
I think he's very underrated too.
Very underrated.
Very underrated.
His vocal pitch was better than most. You know what I mean? He speak on you like he your dad. You know what I mean? He scream on you like he your dad. You know what I mean? He'd be like, yo, I gotta listen. Black Still in the Hour of Chaos. I said that. Rebel Without a Pause.
I'll throw it down your throat like Barkley.
Don't Believe the Hype. I don't know if that's 5, but Bring the Noise. That gotta be 5 by then. But just the impact was, I can't remember what MC said it, but that impact was like a roundhouse from Bruce Lee to the face. That's the impact it had. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's undeniable. I'll put that album up against a lot of things. I'm gonna just say it like that. But what through some, like, I ain't gonna say everybody, because PE, you got, back then they was so big that they was bigger than everything. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And
we wear black Wranglers. We rap stranglers.
You can't angle us. I caught you pissing in your pants.
Yeah, you got that's the album you gotta listen to, man. Gotta listen to that. Gotta listen to that album.
You know.
Gotta listen to that album.
I was that, you know, it spoke to me because, like I said, man, the conditions of our people, Black people, I think they kind of did it better than most. You know, they did it the most.
I was providing pushback with that X-Clan.
I know it's all
Public Enemy. Public Enemy stomped them guys, yo.
Yeah.
Were they rivals at the time?
Nah, they was all together. They was all together, and the thing that they were trying to do. You gotta remember back in the 90s, because in the early 80s, everybody was talking about, you know, stuff that was happening in the Black community. It was the same shit back then, and they were very uncompromising. Like you find a lot of people, you can't, don't say this, don't say that. No, PC. They were not PC. They were on the truth. They stood on it and very uncompromising and very unapologetic.
I was about to say that word too.
They were unapologetic. And so, one love. The public.
Yo, the beat
I
machine
got those
is doing
two
all
in
these.
there.
The beat machine doing all these special effects, but it ain't giving me what I'm asking it to do.
We can't hear it, but I'm gonna listen to those two. I'm definitely gonna listen to those two.
All right, my third favorite album, Dillmatic. I was surprised you didn't have Life's a Bitch in that your top 5 joints.
That was number 6. That was number 6. I was struggling. I was struggling.
Yeah, the whole album is just crazy. Halftime, New York State of Mind, One Time. It ain't hard to tell. Those are my top 5. Yeah, Dillmatic. And guess what? Stillmatic wasn't in Rolling Stone top 200. I'm like, what are we doing?
Now, see, that's more of my speed right there. Stillmatic. That was one of my favorites right there. I was in high school. I was a big Jay-Z fan, but I undeniably Stillmatic was one of my favorite albums that came out that year. Probably was number 1, honestly. When that joint dropped.
Right.
All the joints on there. One mic. I'm not even getting to Ether.
Right,
man, you would have thought I hated Jay-Z how much I play Ether. I love that song. I can be objective. Like, I don't care. If it's hot, it's hot, yo. I said, damn. I said, play that again. Play it one more time. Hold on, let me play it one more time. Yo.
I respect that. I
played Ether a billion times. I know that song backwards.
What they call it? Satire? It was like good music, but it was funny.
Funny.
It was funny.
When I heard that song, man, I said, Jay, oh my God. He got you, boy. He got you.
You ain't like my cousin, man. That dude still arguing me down to this day.
Nah, man, it wasn't, yo, Ether, top five battle rap songs ever. In my opinion. Ain't no way. I don't got one. Takeover, no. That Jay-Z Takeover, not it. That ain't it. That Ether, that shit that make your soul burn slow, that shit was crazy.
I respect that, man. Yo,
I cannot deny Stillmatic. That whole album. I'm not even talking about Ether.
I did a versus Magna Carta in the barbershop, yo. He was crushing me. I said, I'm going out on my shield. I'm not even playing Ether. It's already a loss. So
I'm glad you didn't play it. I'm glad you didn't play it.
No need to play it in the last round when I already got Earth Slammed. It's over.
Yeah.
No Moss, no Moss. You won this game.
Yeah, I won the battle. But that Ether though, that Ether, but like I said, Stillmatic.
Second childhood.
Stillmatic.
Rewind.
One mic.
Yeah. Incredible.
Major Look was on God's Son.
Okay.
Oh, okay, all right.
But still, I don't see how that album is not, because I know he made some bread off it. So what is Rolling Stone?
Yeah.
Criteria, like, come on. Whatever.
I think a lot of it goes into popularity.
I called it most egregious snubs in the top 200 of hip-hop albums. Stillmatic, The Becoming, The Truth, 456, The Documentary, The Reason. No one can do it better by the DOC. How those numbers?
I love the clips. I love the clips. I think the clips was in the top 20. And it's no way Stillmatic. Yeah. Illmatic and Stillmatic should both be in top 20. They both should be top 20 to me.
I agree with that.
But yeah, so that's all right. Ether, got yourself a gun.
Oh yeah.
Rewind, one mic, destroy and rebuild.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what about the Kiss song?
That's on God.
I know. I
That's
can.
on Godson.
Oh,
I
that's
hate.
Godson?
We already talked about. I hated Godson. Hated it. I got Stillmatic and I got Soup. I was like, okay, I'm about to flip from J to Nas. Godson came out. I said, oh no, I'm good. I'm gonna stay on this side. I did not like Godson. I'm
Godson
sorry.
is the one he did with Puffy.
No, that was before Stillmatic.
Okay, so that's Nostradamus.
No, that's I Am.
I didn't like Nostradamus either.
That's I Am.
Nostradamus, no, thank you. No,
greetings, brother Exact.
Greetings, brother Exact.
My bad.
Hey, listen, man. You know I got a motto. If I wasn't late, I wouldn't be on time. And we good. We hold each other down. We the horsemen.
What happens when you leave early though?
That's a bad look. When you leave, you're the last one to come in, the first to leave. That's not a good look. No,
well, no,
we can't do that.
Oh, y'all talking about Ben Simmons, huh?
Let's say that for the NBA talk.
That was Ben Simmons in his practice.
I think a trade going down this week.
What trade?
It's gonna be some bodies moved out of Philly by draft. The draft is Thursday now.
Yes, it is.
It's gonna be Thursday. Some bodies moved around.
All right, but who you think? Who you talking about?
I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy Butler come back. That's all I'm saying.
That would be very surprising for me.
That would be shocking. Why would he leave Miami? Why would he leave Miami?
Yeah, why would he leave Miami?
I'll give him James Harden and Thibault.
For Jimmy?
Why would he leave? I mean, I don't know.
He may not have a choice.
It's Miami, yeah.
He the man in Miami.
Yeah.
I think, then don't be surprised if Embiid go to Miami then.
That would be shocking too.
Nah.
So that's why I'm saying I see it the other way around. I see after Jimmy playing, I see Joel saying, listen, do whatever you can. I want Jimmy back.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, I can see that.
Because
I can see them playing together, but not a trade for each of them.
That dude proved in this playoff that he a dog.
Yeah.
I thought he proved it already.
Yeah,
I already told you that.
You know how I felt about it.
Me too.
I'm sold now.
No. Brother JC, no, I was on Jimmy Butler since Chicago. When he got traded from Chicago, I was mad as hell in that barbershop. I said anybody could go but Jimmy. And Jimmy Butler got traded. I was mad as hell in that barbershop. I never wanted Jimmy Butler.
But we digress. Let's get through this because that NBA talk is gonna be heated.
Yes, we digress.
Where we at?
Number three.
Number three.
So who's up?
Okay, number 3.
Oh, well, whoever.
Then we gotta let Exact Truth.
He can run through his. He got to run through his too.
Yeah, he got to chime in.
He got to go on a run. Your number one favorite album.
Hold on, he said, no, my number one. Man, I didn't get to finish my list, man. That's why I was like, I got a couple of them though. I got one of my first ones was like, I'm sorry, when I say best albums, man, I got start to finish albums, shit that I can listen to.
Right.
One of my first ones was Mecca and the Soul Brother, Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Ooh, okay.
I forgot about. Like I said, I forgot about a lot of them.
That's why I said, bro, like this wasn't just an easy assignment to narrow it down to 5 because there's so many. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's so many.
It's a lot of music.
And see, that's why I said it's like I wanted to. How many did you? What y'all got up to 3?
We had 3 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
My second one, and this is a Redman album, but it's between.
Hold on. I know we trying to run through it, but brother, exactly. I got questions, man. I told you.
My bad. Go ahead.
So you said Mecca and the Soul Brother, Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
That's their first album together.
You got to do 5 songs from there. That's how we.
Yeah, give me some songs on that joint. I gotta listen to this. Give me some songs on that joint.
Hold on, I'll be right. Give me 1 second. Let me just get because I know songs of it, but right off the top, I might say a title of a song because I'm going off of something that said in the hook with the actual.
All right, so check it. I got the album out here. You just tell me what you think. I see it. Lots of love.
Lots of loving.
Act like you know.
That was all right, but I'm talking about Straighten It Out. The main ingredient.
Okay. What about Ghettos of the Mind?
Ghettos of the Mind is tight too. The whole album,
Yeah.
I like.
And they had
I can listen to the whole album.
When They Reminisce Over You, ain't that on there?
Reminisce is over that. Reminisce Over You is on that. Shit, man, I gotta get my tablet, bro. I got you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to this then. But see, that's why I like doing that. I want to hear these albums so I could go back and then I could just be a student and listen.
Yeah,
because I got.
Hold on. See, now y'all got me interested, even though I'm late. What did y'all get? Like, what did y'all get real quick? Can y'all give me a quick run through, like 1, 2, 3 for each one of y'all? Just y'all ain't got to go into the tracks, but
we actually only person that got through 3 was Brother Joe. So Brother Joe got
I'm starting shit up in this building.
Okay, that's Illmatic. That's one of
my.
He
got The Reason.
He said The Reasons.
The Reason,
yes,
Beanie Siegel,
yes,
and Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yes, sir.
I like all 3 of those. I like all 3 of those. Nas made my list though. Definitely made my list, but all 3 of them is bangers, and I can listen to them from start to finish. What you got? What you got, Magna Carta?
All right, so my first one was Hard Knock Life Volume 2. Then I got Good Life album. After Death.
Good album.
And my third one now, this is my third one. I'm going with Get Rich or Die Trying. Is my third.
Okay. Nonchalant, what you got?
My first, like I said, it wasn't in no particular order, but my number 1 was definitely Illmatic, Nas.
Okay, I can see that.
My second one was PE. It Takes the Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back.
That was one of mine too.
I'd be remiss if I didn't, you know what I mean? My third one, and the reason why, it's a lot of reasons why I'm picking this one. They changed everything about hip hop.
You got an idea. Who you talk about?
De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising.
Definitely.
They changed the project, or however you said, trajectory. They changed it. Wasn't nobody doing, I mean, you could say Tribe, you know what I'm saying? You could say Tribe, because Tribe, who came out first? Tribe?
De La Soul, hold on.
Okay.
No. Jungle Brothers. What's name was really hands-on with the start of Jungle Brothers. Q-Tip. But they was all native tongue then. They was native tongue then.
Yeah, but nobody was doing it like De La Soul though.
I give you. My next 2 was.
Hold up. I got a question. Hands up.
Go ahead.
Native tongue. Was that a different group, or was that? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It was a movement.
It was a collective.
It was a bunch of them all together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they was all in their own different group, or they just put one group together.
Well,
they was all in their own one. They was all. It was a collective of groups that made up Native Tongue. You had Tribe Called Quest. You had De La Soul. You had Leaders of the New School, Jungle Brothers, Queen Latifah, Black Sheep, Moni Love.
That was flavor. That went into being flavor unit too, though. Like it was like a combination, because it was like the native tongue. If you want to be technical, native tongue was everybody who performed on Buddy. The native tongue movement was all, like everybody that was on Buddy.
Yeah, right.
And then that spent.
So now I gotta look up Buddy.
But you heard Buddy before from De La Soul, right? Remixed the Buddy. I know you heard it, Magna Carta. It just might not be right on the frontal lobe.
Okay. All right. Maybe not. I probably heard it. Maybe.
Look up Buddy remix. It got Queen Latifah, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Moni Love on it. Jungle Brothers. Was the Jungle Brothers on it? I think the Jungle Brothers too. Yeah, Jungle
Brothers. They were on
it.
Yeah.
Was Native Tongue a dialect?
Nah.
Nah.
It was just the members of the group, of the crew.
Yeah.
I thought you might have been going with the group that Pooh-Bah was in.
Masters of Ceremony.
Brand Nubians.
Brand Nubians.
Yeah. He was a Masters of Ceremony.
I thought that's what you was gonna say.
They wasn't in it. Oh, they didn't make the cut.
I thought that was a group that Nonchalant was gonna name.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me catch up with y'all. My second album would either be between, and this is why I wanted to listen to it today, but I nodded off. I wanted to listen to my second album either being Muddy Waters or What the Album by Redman.
That's definitely top 5 for me.
I can't. The reason why it's like they both was on so much heavy rotation with me for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I could not. It's hard for me to pick between those two, but one of those.
I could pick between those two. I like Muddy Waters better.
Muddy Waters. See, you know this.
That's why they kept saying Muddy Waters 2. Redman been teasing Muddy Waters 2 for so long.
So long. That's
like,
true.
Is it really gonna come out?
That's true. But see, What the Album was just like the reason why, like, it wasn't that What the Album was anyway a better album than that. It was just Redman coming out because there was so much hype built about him from being a DJ first, and then when he did that, he did what was it, hardcore?
Hardcore.
He did hardcore. On
I got it going on. So who's up next to Flex? Yo,
he did it when he flipped on that. That was it, and then it was funny because I got to see him and EP&D perform. Him, EP&D, and DOS. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it real. DOS Effects had one of the back in the day had a L-ass performance, man.
Yeah, they did.
They had an L-ass show, man. The energy was ridiculous. But that's my third. Second, and my third would be also Fear of a Black Planet. Either Fear of a Black Planet or Nation to Hold Us Back with PE. That's why I said that's why I was trying to tell y'all I wanted to do 10 and then drop it down, but I wanted to listen to the albums again, for the effect of it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Magna Carta had a very good, we could talk about it.
I think we should talk about it after we finish the 5 and then see if we can agree on that after we finish our 5.
Idea.
Okay.
So number 4 for brother JC.
Number 4, The Chronic. Impactful.
Oh, okay.
The first one or the second one?
The first one.
Definitely
okay.
That can make that too. That can
nothing but a G thing. Let Me Ride. Bitches Ain't Shit. Little Ghetto Boy. Fuck with Dre. And I could name more, but those I just named my top 5.
We should be at 263 South Harrison listening to that.
Yo, what?
What you gonna do when you grow up?
That's my joint.
What year did that come out?
That little Ghetto Boy, man.
That was
the 92?
That was the shit. That was the shit. I give you that one. I give you that one, brother.
Little Ghetto Boy, man. No partiality, Magna Carta. I'm East Coast all the way, but I gotta give it up to the West on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was impactful, man. That changed the game a little bit. They got my respect when they made that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
But you ain't respect them when NWA came out though?
Of course, Ren was like one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah, we remember that.
But he ain't in my top 5.
We can talk about them.
My top 5 though.
That's what. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I had to do a larger list, that motherfucking 100 Miles and Running was.
Oh my God, Ren killed it, yo.
Yeah, it was that. Yo,
I don't think he got a chance. That's all I gotta say, yo.
What y'all say?
For Cube not to be on that album. For Cube not to be on that album, the music on that motherfucker was ridiculous, man. The music was. I mean, it had some songs on there, but that was a good ass album, bro. That was a good. I mean, wasn't better than The Chronic, but that was a good album, bro.
Do you consider that better than NWA's first one?
Anything with Cube, I gotta put Cube.
The first one.
Cube
no,
first.
I mean, it was just what I would say. For it to be a sophomore, junior album, usually a lot of times it'd be a decline. It wasn't just as good as Straight Outta Compton, but it was up there, bro. It was that album.
I gotta go back and listen to it again.
The album had so much growth. I'm talking about from production to the way, granted, Easy was Easy, and Ren and Dre was Dre. They was all the same motherfucker, but it just seemed like.
So who took over the writing after
Cube left?
After Cube left, who took over the writing?
DOC was writing.
I heard DOC.
Was Ren writing too?
Ren. I think it was DOC mostly. And Ren probably, I'm not sure, because Ren stepped up on that album. That's when he made a name for himself, because after that, then his solo joint came out. Oh, hold on. Was it his solo joint? Then his album came out? Because either way, Ren started to get a little bass behind him from them two projects.
It had to be, well, I don't know, but it had to be beforehand. Because whenever he came out with a solo one, nah.
Yeah, it wasn't that day. Yeah. He was better in the group.
He was better in the group.
He was better in the group.
Okay.
He was better in the group. It's kind of like his flow was so fast, it kind of like it bounced off of like Dre, melodic sound. So it was just like he was the up-tempo rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you got, Magna Carta? Who you got?
Number 4? My
Yes,
number
sir.
4 is DMX. It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Yeah.
That was my number 4.
Now, you know what? I got another one. It wouldn't have made my list, but it was definitely a fucking, it was one of them albums.
A game fucking changer.
Game changer.
This is definitely. When that album came out, yo, I started barking like a dog, and I walked around with no t-shirt on, with no shirt on. I thought I was DMX, like, yo, like it was crazy. Yo, it was crazy.
Yo, you know what recently has come out, and I'm feel kind of bad, man. I never got the opportunity to actually witness this brother. A lot of people have come out and said that DMX has had one of the most powerful shows in hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Listen, man.
I mean,
DMX was the most authentic of authentic. Like he everything he said, everything he said, I believed it. Like I ain't never like
Thug niggas said that they went to the concert in a bad mood, just having a bad day, but it was DMX's. Motherfuckers cried at the concert. The motherfuckers like, yo, man, I ain't never cried at a motherfucker, not an R&B, nothing. He said, cried at a hip-hop concert. The energy, and he said he had the whole stadium pray.
Yeah.
Join him in the prayer.
Let me go through some of these songs.
Yeah, go through. I'm about to say, what's your father?
Rough Riders Anthem.
Get at me, dog.
Get at me, dog. Let Me Fly.
Hold on. Get at Me, dog was on that album?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was on the. Okay, go ahead. I got my album mixed up. Go ahead.
Let Me Fly. Damien. Stop Being Damien. Greedy.
Oh, Stop Being Greedy.
This is for my dogs.
That was my shit.
And then the last song, I loved it with him and it was like a cipher. It was niggas done started something.
Niggas
done started something. Jada Kiss, him, the Locks. I believe Mace was in it. Was Mace in that song?
Mace had a part.
Mace was in there.
Mace was actually on DJ
Mace
Clue's,
was in that song.
DJ Clue's version of the joint. I don't know if he made the album though.
Nah, he was in it. He was in it. Okay, Mace was on that song. In the Locks and DMX. Loved it. Definitely one of my favorite albums, yo. Top to bottom.
I can see that.
To the tape pop.
Like I said, it wouldn't have made mine because I'd have had to think about it, but that was a good album. What you got, Nonchalant?
Oh, I can't leave out my Jersey brethren. Redman, Muddy Waters. Can't leave them out.
Cool.
Just top to bottom, dope.
Let me hear them top to bottom.
Give me 2 seconds style.
Man, the way that the album started off, man, like, you know what I'm saying? I listened to that whole album.
Back to front to back. Like, you don't have to press rewind. You don't have to rock the spot.
I'm gonna put that motherfucker on after we get off the pod tonight.
Pick it up. Smoke Buddha, whatever, man. Do what you feel and I'ma follow.
Follow, yup.
It's like that.
That nigga said, suck my dick out of animosity. My bad. Pause. The
velocity will fly them heads and freeze the camp like pottery. Name track reading, caution when wet by the track wetter, the hash spreader. I love the grimy shit. Even my girl did grimy shit
to me, and I went back with her.
She said that red dot on your forehead ain't because you're Arabian. What did you say to him?
Come on, bro. Come on, classic.
I think that's 5.
See, this is when I get into muddy waters because I got so many motherfucking albums, bro.
Shit, yo. I'm a lyrics dude, you know what I mean? And Red lyrically was nobody fucking with him at that time.
He definitely top. I'm gonna give him top 7 all time definitely. To me. Top 7. Maybe 5. Maybe 5.
If you heard him recently, he 50-something years old. He still sound like in his 20s. I know my voice got a little high, but damn.
Yeah, Redman is that dude, man.
Gonna ride
my native brethren.
Hope to God I don't have to eat tonight.
I'm gonna throw something out there, but my
Plus got the shit that'll keep you high.
That was just shit. One of my joints, man, is gonna be so far to the left, like it's gonna take only a select people to know this album. And I'm gonna have to look up the tracks to tell y'all exactly which ones I'm talking about. Organized Confusion, and I believe the album's name it had Stress on it. It was Organized Confusion, but it had
it
had Stress on it. Like that was their sophomore album. It had
who took my last piece of chicken, right?
No, that was the first album. That was the first one. That got slept on too.
Who stole my last piece of chicken?
Slept on album, but that album with it was Organized Confusion. Hold on, man, I gotta find it because
Pharaoh Monch is slept on.
Very much so.
Yo, listen to Internal Affairs got slept on.
All right, so Organized Confusion, they say albums, The Demons, Equinox. Okay.
Equinox is the second. I think that's the second album.
That came out in '97, so that was probably the third album. That was the third album.
Hold on. It was. I gotta look it up, man, because I remember the album had Stress on it. It had Stress. It had
Okay, so Stress, The Extinction. That was '94. That was the second album.
That's the one I'm talking about. That is The Extinction, because that's the one that they had to join with. They was on the had the cartoon shit on the front. That was the album. Now and again, I'd have to get back to you with 5 songs. I haven't heard the album in a long time, but they was on the list of. I try to base my favorite albums that I just kept in rotation, like and then based upon a year that it came out. Like it could be a year or 2 after that, and I still would be rotating that album, and from front to back. That's what I would say too, man. Listening to an album from the beginning to the end, and maybe if you might skip a skit or 1 song, but you ain't skipping 2 songs on this album. You gonna let the joint rock. So I know Stress was one of them. They did another one, Fudge Pudge.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about. That OC was on.
They had another joint with OC style. I think it's called the
all right. The album track list says Stress, The Extinction Agenda, 13, Black Sunday, Drop Bombs, Bring It On. Why? Let's Organize.
Let's Organize. Let's Organize is dope too, because I think
Keep
they got
coming.
the biggest.
Pause.
I
Straight
can't remember
Bullets.
that off the top of my head. I can't remember that one.
Straight Bullets.
That was all right.
And then Maintain.
Listen to the album. If y'all get an opportunity, like I said, it may not hit y'all the same way. Pause, because it is.
I'm putting it on a list. I'll let you know if I like it or not. But I'll still give it a listen. Right.
I mean,
I don't got no problem with listening.
This one ain't make my top 5, but OC, Time's Up.
He was on my list. It was between both of his albums because the first one was classic to me. Yeah. But I couldn't listen to that whole album from start to finish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the second album, actually production-wise, even some of the joints was actually a better album. No, I won't say that. It wasn't as good.
I'm about to say no.
It was a remastered album. They remastered.
You lack the minerals and vitamins, iacin and niacin. Fuck who I offend.
Get back there. I'm about to begin, about this foul talk, this talk. Never even walked the walk. Well, it's destined to get tested. You've never been arrested. My album will manifest many things that I heard, seen, or heard about. You heard firsthand, never word about. I mean, I can go on all day. Yeah. That's my shit.
Who would use wits to be a remainder?
Yo, he fucking talked the niggas in that song, man.
Yeah.
Wait, who bars is those?
He talked the niggas in that song.
Oh. Okay, OC.
The connoisseur, cracking your head with a 4x4.
Relax, sucker. I'll be the coming like
Noah.
Always sending you down, perpetrating an image just for a scrimmage. I can't remember it. I feel I'm stoned.
Because
y'all where my cap cocked, the more emotion I put into it, the harder I rock. Yo, man, come on. Oh my God, y'all get me excited up in this motherfucker, man.
Y'all remember how y'all felt when y'all first heard that? First heard the bars?
Oh man, it's no words that can tell you. For those who pose lyrical but really ain't true, I feel times limited.
Hard rocks too. Where we at? We at number 5. Let's get it.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Yep.
When y'all the same way you was thinking about OC, when I told Nonchalant, I thought he was gonna say the Brand Nubians, and all I kept thinking about was One for All. When that song came out,
another one
that changed everything.
Another one that got heavy
rotation. Did you like the remix of One for All though? A lot of people ain't heard get to hear the remix.
Who rocked on it?
The same people, but they just had a whole different feel, a whole different vibe for it, like the beat change and everything. Listen, check out the remix because they got a video for it too. Check out the remix.
That Don Graham Pooba changed the game, man.
Yeah.
I think he did
too. Man. He changed the game. Write that down.
I couldn't put his. Even though I rotated the hell out of his album, I couldn't put his album.
That was a beautiful summer.
Yeah, it was.
Me and McCain running hard back then.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That was another one that you came through that got heavy rotation at that 263. South Harrison.
We all evolve, and I had to go with my 5th favorite album, Teflon Don. Rick Ross. Top 5.
Oh songs. Yeah.
Oh, we went to Rose.
Tears of Joy. Live Fast, Die Young.
Okay.
That was a good album. That was a good album.
BMF. I mean, and when with like the Freemason and Tears of Joy pushed me over the top because like I said, that emotional rap, okay, he ain't all about the bling bling. He really got a little knowledge of self. I don't know if he wrote it, but it just sounded good. I'm putting that as my 5th favorite album, Teflon Don. I ain't even saying nothing about Maybach Music, all that other good stuff he had on that album.
That was a good ass album. You can play that
album solid. You can run that from the beginning to the end.
Yo, what was the song that him and Nas had together?
They did about 4 of them.
Accident Murder.
Yeah.
That was just shit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that kept me halfway in the battle when I had to go up against Magna Carta. I had to go get some super friends, yo. And I still didn't have enough.
Accident Murder.
It was a good time though, man. I'm glad we was able to make that happen. You know,
that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was a good time we had at the barbershop, yo.
Yep.
I do miss the barbershop. I'm not gonna lie.
Magna Carta, you got me interested in what's your 5th, bro?
Oh, my 5th is Lil Wayne, Carter 2.
Carter, what you doing Thursday? 5th. I know you're a little paranoid about being around a bunch of people, but I got some tickets. You want to see Wayne and Snoop? You private event. I know. That's why.
Yeah, where's that though?
Where's that? Zeke is my backup.
Where's that though?
Pier 17 on Thursday.
So hold on, it's Wayne and who else?
Private show with Wayne and Snoop.
Whoa, that's not a bad shit.
That don't sound bad, but
I just want to see Wayne, yo.
I just don't.
I heard it, yo. I actually heard that he got good. He has a good show too. I heard what Wayne performs. I've never seen him personally myself, but I heard he perform.
Listen, I listened to the Carter 2 front to back. I love that album.
What's your five?
Let me hear that. Let me hear the five. Let me hear the five.
Oh, the first song on there, The Mob, Money on My Mind, Mo Fire, Best Rapper Alive, Lock and Loaded. Yo, man, it's just hustler music.
I know hustle music. I'm not, I don't follow Wayne, but I do say he got some nice stuff.
That's his best album to me. The Carter 2 is the best album he made.
Write that down. Carter 2.
Yours and one of my young boys. That's his favorite. The Carter 2 is his favorite album. His favorite.
That's
Wayne
my
album.
favorite album for Lil Wayne. I don't like that's that one right there. That joint got 20 tracks on it. I listened to all 20. So that's my five.
This was a hard decision for me.
There's a few of them is skits, but like.
But it was Tribe Called Quest and BDP, Criminal Minded.
Oh, you did a tie. I like that.
Which Tribe Called Quest?
I want to go to my sixth album.
Which one you talking about? Which one you got? If you got two of them, you gotta give them both. Which albums was it? Criminal Minded?
I know. This is what I'm saying. Bear with me, because with Tribe Called Quest, that's a tie again. The Low End Theory of Midnight Marauder. It's like,
oh, okay.
That's hard to decide for me which one was better. But I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna say the album Criminal Minded. You got Poetry, you got South Bronx, 9mm Goes Bang. Actually, there's so many of them. You got Dope Beat, you got The Bridge Is Over, Criminal Minded, you got Super Ho. I mean, I probably named the whole album and shit.
There's only like 9 or 10 tracks on cuts on the joint.
Yeah, it's 10. I mean, I come from.
I didn't know who BDP was until you said Criminal Minded. Then I was like, okay, that's KRS, right?
Boogie Down Productions.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was like, who's BDP? BDP. And then he said Criminal Minded. I said, oh, okay.
After 10 songs, it's hard for an artist for me to keep the pace up to where I want to keep listening to him. You know what I mean?
That made a difference in albums.
He has to be, because once you get like to 12 and 15 songs, I'm like, you could have threw them away. You could have saved them for like whatever else. You know what I mean? Especially jokers be having like 20 songs. I'm like, why? Why you got 20 songs on here? Like 10 of them are trash. Like, why you got 20 songs? At least had 10 bangers. At least there is a thing called songs not making the album. You know what I mean? And I think
that just means that somebody ain't telling that they need 20 songs.
Yeah, that's true. But that for me, like after 10 songs, even my best artists that I love, you know what I'm saying? After 10, I'm like,
yeah.
All right now.
I could do 12. Like 12,
12's not bad. 12's not bad.
But after that, it's a little overkill.
Yeah, it is. 12's not bad. I could give it. You're right. I could give it 12. But if it gets to 15, nah.
Yeah, 15 be. I'm like, all right, bro. Those could have been bonus tracks or something else. Like,
yeah.
You ain't need to put those other 3 or whatever on there.
But shout out to that wasn't easy, because Tribe Called Quest, that's almost like a 3-way tie to me. Tribe Called Quest and like they first two, I mean their second and third album was their best to me.
Yeah, they got better from Low End Theory to Midnight Marauders. Like,
don't get me wrong, Instinctive Travel was the shit, and motherfuckers sleep on that. You know what I mean? But I just think they got better with.
I think Distinctive Travels was too people wasn't ready for that far of an abstract. It was a good album, but I think people wasn't just ready for it. And then when when they did Low End Theory just.
I think Instinctive and Travel is a little too jazzy for people. But I like that. I like jazz. You know what I'm saying? That shit was smooth to me. So, you know, but I understand why people wasn't really vibing with it. But I like
it. It's your turn, exact number 5.
I'm gonna make mine easy because even though they made the list regardless with Dillmatic and Stillmatic was two of my
Carter just was saying that.
I'm not saying Illmatic, but I'm just going with one. Like I'm gonna say, Nas definitely made my top 5 album. So Illmatic, it stayed on rotation. So there's no need for me breaking it down. I'm pretty sure that the tracks went over, but that was my top 5.
Mm-hmm.
What else y'all talked about with the top 5 so far? That was the only thing that I missed. Y'all talking about?
Yeah, we was going in on the top 5 so far because brother JC wanted to ruffle. He tried to ruffle my feathers a little bit, but it wasn't. It ain't really phased me. But I think we just went into it with different perspectives. So what I was saying was I was doing a top 5, like my favorite 5, not being objective. But then my idea was what me and Nonchalant was talking about was I want to do a top 30 all time where we are being objective. I mean,
okay, I'm with
objective.
That. I'm with that.
So I said I feel like if Brother Nonchalant like get with 2 or 3 of his people, they put a 30 together because you want to bounce ideas off each other. Then you get with your people and put 30, and then Brother JC put 30 together. Then we come on a podcast and we go through the 30 of both of y'all and see how
30 albums.
Yeah, and then we go through the 30. Yeah,
that's rough.
That's what I'm saying. If you get input from different people, it wouldn't be as hard. And then y'all all could go through it and you could be like, oh yeah, some stuff you probably forgot about. Then this person is like, oh yeah. You can do that 30.
I see where you're going with
it. Then what happens if we put y'all 30 together and try to make
so that's gonna be me and Nonchalant coming up with 60.
No. Then we just do a final list.
Go to
and see who makes the 30.
I got
Nonchalant, and we're gonna go to 60. I'm like, yo, Nonchalant, what we gonna do about this?
Yeah, so I think
we're gonna break it down.
I think that'd be good. Yeah, then we break it down to 30, and then we try to come to an agreement where we all can agree on the list from 1 to 30.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm with that.
Putting each other's opinions into consideration. So let's go. Then we do the
4 of us, and we all go with 8.
Well, I can't. What I said was the reason why I said I don't.
I know you're trying to stay out of it.
I don't want to stay out of it, but being respectful, I don't know as much music as y'all do.
No, but
I didn't go through
your
all of that.
Your perspective is important because I probably stopped listening to rap. I just stick with my guys.
No, I can add my perspective. So I'm not saying that.
Like you have a knowledge of a lot of things that I haven't listened to because I'm stuck in my ways. Like I'm only gonna listen to this, that.
Yeah.
So once in a while, a Conway the Machine come along, a Benny the Butcher come along, but they throwbacks. That's why I mess with them.
Yeah, I would. Like I said, I will put my opinion in there, but I would like to get a list from y'all because y'all got through all of the times. Like I was explaining to you earlier.
DaHoarsemen would do 15 apiece. So that'll give us 45 and we scale it down to 30.
Okay.
That works.
I like that idea too.
However we got to the number, I was with it. Wherever we get to the number, I'm with it. It doesn't make
I like that idea too. I like that idea too.
And
then that gives us
Go ahead. Subject matter I want to put in. We don't got to deal with this today. Me and my brother was talking today, right? And it's going to be brace yourself, Magna Carta. It's based around the Sixers. It was a Sixers type of question. What it was, what I said to him. What I said to him was, I think that Dwight Howard should have stayed in Philadelphia, and just instead of going to LA. That's where the conversation started. He said to me, Dwight didn't want to play behind a future Hall of Famer because it may tarnish his wrestling. His points that he made was bad. I mean, he knows basketball more than me, so I give him his props on that. But his statement was that even though a person at the end of their career, I said he wanted a chip. I was like, he wants a chip. Like, so why wouldn't he just play for another chip? He has a chip, but why not play for a chip? And he figured that playing behind a future Hall of Famer would probably tarnish his, it wouldn't help his imagery. And my disagreement, what I was putting in just in the chat, that y'all, would y'all agree?
Hell
Like,
no.
No, I disagree.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Because why would tarnishing his resume, him playing behind a Hall of Famer or going to a team to chase a ring? Either way, it's going to be some sort of asterisk in some people's minds. Because what's the difference between playing behind a Hall of Famer to try to get a ring and going to play with a Hall of Fame team to get a ring? There's no difference.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. My thing was this. My argument was that Dwight Howard,
and then plus he's not an all-star anymore. So why you?
That's what I'm saying. Like he was like he had a. That's why I used him more than somebody else, because I was saying that his highlights, like his apex or his mountain, he passed that a long time ago.
Way long time ago.
He's still an active player. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if you still playing, you playing to try to get a chip. And what I was saying was, I didn't feel like he was better than Drummond in no way, shape, or form. I actually like Drummond better, but I was saying for me, I thought that maybe it would have been more beneficial for his career to have stayed there. But what he's saying
in Philly, nah.
What
he got a ring now. Now he got that on his resume.
Who's a Hall of Famer that went and played behind, and I had to pull fucking stinking ass Bill Walton out. But he was like, who respects Bill Walton? That's what you see what he's saying? That's what the whole thing, he was like, do he want to go out like a Bill Walton? And I guess basically
but listen,
I think that's apples and oranges.
Right.
That's two different discussions. Bill Walton and what's the old boy name? That's
Dwight Howard.
That's how easy Dwight Howard can be forgotten.
That's what it doesn't. He's gonna be forgotten regardless. He's gonna be forgotten regardless.
We're talking about Dwight Howard. Nobody that I know is like, yo, I'm gonna start my team with Dwight Howard. He's one of the. No, I don't know nobody that does that. He had a nice little Orlando run, and he did what he did. But he was, to me, he was never nice like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? To be mentioned like that. Like, okay, if he would have stayed with the Sixers, tarnish what image?
Exactly.
What image we talking about?
Yeah. Nobody's gonna knock Dwight Howard, his resume, whatever that is.
Whatever that is, right.
like Dwight Howard, when Dwight Howard went to LA the first time, he was done.
He was done.
When he went to play with Kobe, he was done.
He was done. He was cooked.
I think with Dwight Howard, he's making excuses of why he wasn't in the top 75. So we could look at that and say, okay, because I played behind, I was in the shadow of LeBron James. I was in the shadow of Kobe Bryant. I was in the shadow of Joel Embiid. No, you're just a shadow. You're done.
Yeah, you've been a shadow for a long time.
And when you played for Orlando, okay, you did the dirty work and you was dominant. You was a very athletic big.
Yeah,
very athletic.
But
he had a lot of good players around him in Orlando that made it to the championship.
He did.
Good players. Reggie Lewis.
He couldn't shoot.
Turkoglu. They had a good team.
Yeah, they had a very
Rashard
good
Lewis, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And they
Rashard Lewis,
Hedo
Turkoglu, Jameer Nelson.
Dog.
They had some good dudes off the bench too, coming off the bench too.
Yeah.
What's his name was there? Brother JC, what's the dude name that got into the beef with Derek Fisher over his wife?
Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes. Yep, Matt Barnes was there. Michael Petrus, he was there. They had a good team around Dwight Howard.
And a matter of fact, the team was good enough.
That's what my argument was with y'all. Right now, my thing is like right now,
So right now, the shooter on that team?
Hito, you talking about Hito Turkoglu?
Yeah, I named him. So you said Rashard Lewis was the other shooter then?
Yeah, Rashard Lewis was the scorer. 2 shooters. He was the bucket getter. There was one more shooter on that team that stayed around. White boy.
Michael Petras, not Petras.
No. The white boy. Think about the white boy. Mike Miller. Was he on that
team?
Mike
Miller was there.
There too.
He probably was. I can't confirm that right now.
Three shooters that they could shoot.
He had a squad around him. Like he had a squad around him.
He went in LA though.
And they made up for his inefficiencies. They made up for the shit he couldn't do. They hit him a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't, to me, he was very athletic. He could play. He could, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Shots, a rim runner.
Yeah.
You can't start the offense with him.
He's a Hall of Famer though. Whether he's definitely gonna be a Hall of Famer.
I don't know
either.
He ain't in my Hall of Fame.
Nah, hell no.
Four time what? I know he was 2-time defensive player of the year.
Hey man, if Bill Walton can get in there, then Dwight Howard can get in there. Because I think Dwight Howard is better than Bill Walton
was the best player on his team when they won the championship. Carter.
All right. Hold on. The last point was the balloting.
So you telling me that Dwight Howard, if they would have beat the Lakers, he couldn't have been the best player on his team?
All I'm saying is when Bill Walton won the championship with Portland, he was the best player on his team.
Okay.
It's not like they dragged him. They didn't drag him along. Like
right. Respectfully, I got you.
I mean, I don't like Bill Walton per se. Like when Bill Walton went to the Celtics and he was a towel waver. No, that's not the dude from '77.
That was the defense that was thrown up. But I'm sorry for getting thrown off. Let's get back to our topic so we can make sure we got everything out.
It's like
I like to push back.
It's like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They give Hall of Fame ballots to anybody.
Word.
I mean, the lighter the brighter, yo.
Nah, man, because egregious. It was egregious that it took this long to get Chris Webber in the Hall of Fame, man. Like, come on, man.
Different. Now we could go there, but I'm not defending Dwight Howard. I'm sorry, but Chris.
Me neither. I'm off of Dwight Howard.
That's different.
Yeah. I'm off of Dwight Howard. I'm just for the Hall of Fame period. Like, what's up with them? Like, I know this y'all boy, and I still don't agree that he's a Hall of Famer. I don't think that Tracy McGrady should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry.
I disagree with you, man.
I know you do. Bro. I don't think he should be in there. He played for like 10 years. He probably was the best scorer maybe twice. Other than that, what did he do? He got more injuries than wins. I'm sorry. I don't know if he should be in there.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Magna.
No, I don't know. I know he shouldn't be in there.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Magna Carta, but I like his game way better than Dwight Howard's.
Yeah. Yeah. And we compare him to Dwight Howard, yes. But what I'm saying is that I don't think he did enough. Like, even me, I know this y'all do too, Grant Hill. Only way I see Grant Hill is in the Hall of Fame is because of his college career.
No, I'm not Grant Hill. I'm not a big Grant Hill
fan. Listen. Exactly. Before you push back, Grant Hill had 3 good years in the NBA and then he got hurt. Y'all putting him in there because of coulda, shoulda, woulda. He coulda been great. He shoulda. Well, when I say y'all, I'm saying
the fans,
the people that put him in there. Yeah, the people that put him in there, or the fans. So I say they put him in there because of his coulda, woulda, shoulda. But he also had a great college career. See, with the basketball, you could go in because of your college career too. So I understand that. But I'm talking about consistency. Like, can you give me 10 years before you talk about going in?
Magna Carta's a good point because we look at his college career. We say, okay, you played with these players. So now we're going to supersede your pro career. We're going to push for you to be in the Hall of Fame. But C. Webb played with great college players too.
Yes, he did.
C. Webb pro career is way better than Grant Hill. I don't care what no one says.
Oh yeah,
way better.
I agree.
Whose career was better?
C. Webb, Chris Webber.
His college and his NBA career was better than Grant Hill's. And he had to wait to get in before Grant Hill. I don't understand that.
I just told you, the lighter the brighter.
That made absolutely no sense to me. Grant Hill,
I think Chris Webber's has a lot to do. It's just like when you don't.
This is off the court shit. I understand that. They tried to put him in there because of that off the court shit. They tried to hold him out, but look at this man on the court, man. How you do that?
Right.
How you do that? Grant Hill was when he was playing ball in Detroit, he was nasty. He was, but to me, I feel like if you can give me 8-9 years of that, then yeah. But he didn't give me 8-9 years of that. He gave me 3 or 4.
Magna Carta. Was Grant Hill the best player on the Detroit Pistons during that time?
At that time?
At that time.
I can't remember their squad.
I go with Chauncey.
I can't remember.
I'm gonna say Grant Hill was the better player.
Was Chauncey on the team?
I don't know, but
I don't know if Billups was there. Like I would have to confirm it, but Grant Hill was the best player on Detroit at the time.
So Grant Hill was there before they won their championships. You tell me?
Yeah, way before.
So no, there ain't no discussion. He don't deserve. Yeah. He's not better than C. Webb. He's not better than C. Webb.
No, he's not. No way. No way.
Like I know Sabonis gets credit, but C. Webb was the man on Portland. I'm sorry, Sacramento.
What you got to remember, even before Sacramento, he made each team better.
Every team.
From the Wizards.
When he was at Golden State, don't forget, he got drafted by Golden State.
Right.
He went to that team. The team was Chris Webber was a baller from day one.
I thought he got traded on the same day for who got traded the same day? Anthony Hardaway. I thought that was the trade. Anthony Hardaway something. When they both came out, because it was Sean Bradley, Anthony Hardaway, Chris Webber.
Yep.
And I thought it was a draft day trade.
Yeah, it was. He got drafted by Orlando.
Okay.
And then they traded him.
Got you. So
because Shaq was like, Chris Webber is like me.
Orlando picked him up first.
Orlando drafted Chris Webber, and then they traded him for Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway wasn't drafted by Orlando. He got traded for him the same day.
Okay. All right. I got it now.
Yeah. So Chris Webber played for Golden State.
Philly had the second pick in that draft.
Who?
Philly had the second pick.
Oh, I don't know.
So we were supposed to take C. Webb, but when C. Webb went
here we go, y'all. Y'all still messing up. Y'all was messing up back then.
Another bad draft. Another bad draft.
I feel sorry for y'all, man.
Check it out.
Sorry for y'all.
Nonchalant. Check it out. We wanted a big. Right. The best big that came out was C. Webb.
Right.
Sean Bradley wasn't the best player that came out.
Right.
Anthony Hardaway was. But because they were so fixated on getting a big, they take Sean Bradley.
The human foosball. The human foosball. I told you, man.
Now we take Anthony Hardaway.
He got more posters. He got more posters from that era, bro. So many people didn't dunk. They dunk. He was like, they just be like, stand in the league. I need a picture.
But see,
imagine we had
stand in the lane. I need to get
Anthony
a picture.
Hardaway.
Yeah. But see, this is what I'm talking about, brother JC. You see how I know more about that time in basketball way before me? It's because when we talk about music, I wasn't into music then. I was all about basketball. So that's what I was trying to. But anyway, back to the basketball. Chris Webber got drafted by Orlando, number one pick. And Shaq, again, this was I saw this on the documentary. Shaq was like, why y'all pick Chris Webber? Like, we already got a big.
Right.
Even though I think that would have been crazy if it was Shaq and Chris Webber together, yo.
That's better than Duncan. In my opinion, it's better than Duncan and Robinson.
Right.
I stand on that.
Because Chris Webber could shoot the jumper.
Chris Webber got more skills than Tim Duncan, and Shaq got more skills than David Robinson.
Yeah. He could dribble.
That would have been nice.
He could pass. He was defending. He was rebounding. So anyway, long story short, so he gets traded. He gets traded for Penny Hardaway, and he goes to Golden State. He's good in Golden State. But then They felt like he didn't match with them, so he got traded to the Wizards. And that's when he went to the Wizards, and the Wizards were good. I mean, they weren't great, but they were better than they were.
Played together, right? Him and Juwan played together.
Him and Juwan Howard played together, yeah. Him, Juwan, George Marissance. Who else was on that team?
He made them better.
It was a few of them. He made them better. The story we trying to say is he made them better because they weren't that good before he got there. So he goes to the Wizards. He makes them a playoff team, but nobody's winning while Jordan was there. So unfortunately, he was playing in the East while the Bulls were doing what they were doing. He played there from 94 to 98.
You notice how he tried to heavily
I know.
You see how he do that?
When I said he played
he was like Portland. They was doing a thing then, like, yeah.
I mean,
he don't want to talk about that Nick Anderson, though.
What about Nick Anderson? He a choker.
He didn't choke that year.
Oh, he had that one still. Yeah, he had that one still.
What year was Shaq?
That was Jordan. Jordan only played 20 games that year.
What year was Shaq?
Okay.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. What year was Shaq?
What year was that? That was 94.
What year was Shaq in?
I think that was Shaq's second year.
Exactly, a young dog.
That was. Oh yeah, but okay, then let's talk about the year after. We swept them.
Was Shaq there?
Yeah, Shaq was there. We swept them the next year. That was the year the Bulls won 72 games.
Oh, yeah,
and we swept them.
They gave y'all time to get the next one straight. Rakim Allah.
Listen, Jordan played 20 games that year, okay? He played 20 games, and then we go into the playoffs. All right, you had some young dude.
Well, what about Nick Anderson? They already said it, Magna Carta. I don't know if you heard this. They said Kobe Bryant played in the best era of two guards. You know, I always said that Jordan never had competition at the two.
Yeah. Well,
if we talking about Hershey Hawkins, stop.
All right, then who was Kobe's competition at two guard?
You tell me.
No, you tell me since you said it.
Roy.
Nope.
Mitch
Brandon
Richmond.
Roy wasn't there. Nope.
What? Stop.
Nope.
Mitch Richmond.
You could put Mitch Richmond with Jordan. Come on now.
Tracy McGrady.
Yeah. Tweener, but okay.
Hardaway,
like I said, he had 3 good years.
Anthony Hardaway. I'm not going to say Anthony Hardaway.
3 good years. Anthony Hardaway was a point guard. So come on, keep giving me more.
Come on, man. Anthony Hardaway 6'7", 6'9". He played 2 or 1.
He played point guard.
He played guard.
Look it up. He played point.
Some of these guys played guard.
Penny Hardaway started the offense. Like you said, you consider them point guards when they start the offense. I'm using your words against you.
Okay.
He started the offense. Penny Hardaway played point.
Why wasn't Brandon Roy there, though?
Brandon Roy came in like 2. I mean, if you want to say
Was Kobe playing basketball, yes or no?
Yeah, he was.
Thank you.
Brandon Roy didn't even give me 3 good years.
Kobe's fault that Brandon Roy got hurt.
It ain't his fault, but how you going to say that's one of his competitors?
Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, huh?
Bruh, Jordan played against all of these guys.
Now. I'm warming up.
Why you warming up? Jordan played against them.
You said to name the 2 guards.
And you naming guards that he played against too.
But these guys are Hall of Famers. Name a 2 guard that's in the Hall of Fame besides Reggie Miller that played in the Jordan era.
Jordan played against Ray Allen. Jordan played against Allen Iverson.
There you go.
What else? Go ahead. No, you giving me names? Jordan played against Penny Hardaway.
No.
Jordan played against Penny Hardaway.
I'm going to give Jordan the 90s. I'm not giving him the 2000s.
These guys played in the 90s. Ray Allen was drafted in 96.
And
Jordan won 3.
And Jordan got crossed over in 96 by who? By who?
Yeah, he got crossed over by.
Go bye. It's over for you.
He got crossed over by an under 500 team.
No, he got.
That team was under 500, and that was the highlight.
A 6 foot, 165-pound dog.
Listen, if I only won 40, if I only won 30 games that year, I would call that a highlight too. They were under 500, didn't make the playoffs.
Jordan played for the Wizards. He was like, "Yo, this guy, man, it was a dude that was nice. He like, I hated playing with him for the Wizards, yo. Come on, you know.
Rip Hamilton?
No, the Wizards.
Yeah, Rip Hamilton played with the Wizards.
No,
they played together.
You know, he's a classy guy. He ain't gonna talk. I don't know if it was the kid from St. Louis that played for Philly, but it was a dude that played for the Wizards.
Larry Hughes? Yeah, Larry Hughes was in there.
No, it wasn't
too.
Larry Hughes. It might have been Vince Carter.
Vince Carter didn't play for the Wizards.
Hold up.
Whatever the case is, if you ain't like...
Dude, who was the scorer from the Wizards that got in a lot of trouble?
Nah, not Gilbert Arenas. Nah, yes. He wasn't there. He wasn't there.
That's another two guard.
Gilbert Arenas was not there when Jordan was there.
But that's another two guard.
Yeah, but you naming a bunch of guards that's not Hall of Famers, though. Gilbert Arenas not a Hall of Famer.
He better than Hersey Hawkins.
Okay. I mean, I guess you can say that on your end.
Bro, you keep going back to Hersey Hawkins.
You go to Hersey Hawkins if you want to.
Think of the guy, Carter. I'm gonna think of the guy. There was a two guard that played with Jordan, and he was like, yo, he was holding us back.
Yeah.
He was no longer the best player, but we had to let him get his shine.
You know, his first year, he averaged like 26 points a game.
Probably averaged with 20 shots.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you ain't want to play with Jordan, it's because you ain't want to win. That's why.
Hold that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out who the guy is.
Hey, fellas, before brother JC goes on his rant, let's move on. I feel like he just want to bash.
What's our team? No. What's our team needs? Go ahead.
I'll
name them.
Defense and shooters.
Oh, so they saying they don't know what Bradley Beal going to do. I think Bradley Beal will be a good fit for the Sixers.
Yeah, I agree too.
And y'all might not have to trade for him. Y'all might get, because I think he got a player option. So I have to look that up. But I think he got a player option or something where he's not going to go into a long extended contract with the Wizards. And he might get moved. If he get moved on Thursday, then I can't say that. I can't say y'all might not have to trade for him.
I don't know if he would just leave him like that, high and dry. Most of the time, like, you know, these guys look on popularity, so they're going to be like, okay, I'll do a sign and trade to go to Philly for Tobias Harris and such and such and such and such.
Mm.
Instead of going and taking less money.
Yeah, but y'all good with getting rid of Tobias, though, right?
Absolutely.
Gotta go. More positive makeup.
So y'all get rid of Tobias Harris, and if the basketball gods are good to y'all, James Harden for Bradley Beal.
My bad. It was Jerry Stackhouse. My fault. That's what I was talking about. Who said it?
Oh yeah, another person that's not in the Hall of Fame. Right.
He was better than Hersey Hawkins.
Again. I bet you more people know Hersey Hawkins' game than they know Jerry Stackhouse.
Stop.
Yes.
He made a name for himself while he was
Jerry Stackhouse is more known for beating people up on the court than he is for balling.
Well, guess what? Hersey Hawkins more known for getting beat up on the court. I can't stand that joker, yo. He was never the second best option when he played with Charles Barkley. Never.
I can't stand him. I know why you mad at Hersey.
Because he used to get tossed. He gave up 30 points to join and scored 13 points.
Yeah, but everybody did, man. It's okay.
And he came out.
So just like he
came out as the number one scorer out of college.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them did.
Out of Bradley, like that's the problem. He didn't go to a major school, so he put up all them numbers at a low D1 school, and then he go up against them big dogs. And what he do? Shrink.
We may not agree on this, but this is what I'm saying. Just how you always saying you can't blame Kobe for whatever reason why these other guards got hurt and all this other good stuff, right? Why are you blaming Jordan for being so dominant over these players that couldn't match up to his intensity? Why is he being
Jordan? I'm blaming them players.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So there. So let's stick there.
I'm holding Hersey Hawkins accountable.
Personally accountable. Him and only him.
Professionally accountable. He
but what about
did that? He would have never did that against Andrew Toney. Never.
Yo,
never.
Jordan won the church, Tony.
Tony get his too. That's what I'm saying. You got to get yours on the other end. You got to make that guy defend you.
I mean, Jordan did win Defensive Player of the Year. So it ain't like he wasn't guarding.
So let me ask you this.
So talk to me.
1983 Sixers versus your best Jordan team. Do the Jordan team sweep us?
96 Bulls? No.
That's all. I'll leave it there.
They beat y'all, but they don't sweep y'all. No.
No, I agree with that. I'm gonna agree. My point is, that's what I'm saying about the Sixers when Charles Barkley is the best player and the second best player don't step up. You can't win with just one player.
But remember, 83 Sixers didn't have Charles Barkley.
We didn't need him.
Oh, okay. That's true. But listen, y'all didn't need him. No, against our best team to not get swept, nah, y'all didn't need Charles Barkley because nobody was touching Moses. Doc going to get his. I mean, I know they say Pippen is he a great defender.
Doc going to get his.
Doc going to get his either way. So then it's just everybody else.
Doc good for 20.
But you know what's going to have to happen, though, is they would have had to put Rodman on Moses.
And Moses probably
that would have been fun.
Moses would have scored 40.
Nah, he wouldn't have scored 40, but he would have scored. He would have still scored.
Rodman wouldn't have been getting all them 17 to 20 rebounds.
Yeah, you got a point
against
there.
Moses. Not against Moses.
No pushback on that. But again, y'all 1-1. It's undeniable. But I give y'all 6 games. That would have been a 6-gamer.
Y'all would have swept Barkley teams. Y'all probably did sweep the Barkley teams.
Yeah.
What's up next topic?
That's not even nice. Yeah, that was it.
Finals, Dub Nation. Got another one.
Oh man.
Got another one.
Yo, I was at an event on Saturday in Delaware. The hate for Boston is all over the place. Like they don't like Boston there either.
Nah.
Damn, like I don't know, man. I don't hate this Boston team. I could see like in the past.
It's the history.
What is it about? What is it about? As the history? Okay, that's what it is.
The history of Boston. History. I mean, Boston's just been known.
Because I don't have a problem with rooting for this Boston Celtics team, but they were like, nah, Boston, no. Like, you can't even root for Boston. But it's the history. Like, it has nothing to do with basketball, I'm guessing.
I mean, people like Len Bias, and I think most people like Reggie Lewis too.
I think they like players, but once you go to certain teams, it's a wrap. It's kind of like when you go to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
It's like it's a mummy after that.
That's why I'm not a fan anymore. I just root for them.
I don't see. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't like Dallas, but I don't hate them as much as I used to. That's what I'm saying. Like
I know why you don't hate them because they suck.
I don't like Boston.
That's why you don't hate them. The people and teams we hate is the ones that's great. They ain't nothing.
I don't like Boston, but I don't hate them as much as I used to. That's all I'm saying. Like I think that got something to do with like the players. Like I didn't like Tony Romo at all. I'm okay with that.
You should like Tony Romo.
No, I ain't like Tony Romo. He sucks too. I ain't like Tony Romo.
And they tried to make him like he was the best thing since sliced bread.
Thank you.
And he was trash.
Exactly.
I ain't like Tony Romo.
Tony Romo is Charlie Brown. I said this many a times. Tony Romo is the dad that say he's gonna come pick you up, and you out on the porch waiting for this joker, and he never shows up. That's who Tony Romo was.
Wow.
I've been using that analogy for over 15 years.
I think the Charlie Brown analogy is more better because I remember the playoff game against Seattle when they went to kick the field goal
and he fumbled the ball.
Yeah,
he fumbled the ball. That's more Charlie Brown.
Yo, but hold up, Magna Carta. He picked the ball up and it looked like he was going to score.
And he did not make it. That was more Charlie Brown.
That is Charlie Brown.
Yo, when he picked the ball up, I'm like, yo, he about to score. And the Joker fall down.
Nah,
they should have had somebody else.
I know he caught him, but it looked like, it's like, yo, you that slow? You don't run faster when you see the end zone?
You're right, Magna Carta today. You want to say Charlie Brown, you blockhead.
Yep.
Tony Romo, you blockhead.
Yeah, you could have had Adidas, but you want to represent Skechers.
Well, hey man, you know what Skechers is on the playing field. So yeah, I see him over there.
Yeah. I wouldn't. But that's what I'm saying. Like I would never replace Abdul-Jabbar face on shell toes with Tony Romo. So yeah, I'm glad he went to Skechers.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like people hate these teams, yes, but I think it's more the players.
Yeah.
To me, because I don't have a problem with this Boston team, but I just don't hate them as much as I used to.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't hate the Cowboys as much as I used to. I still don't like them, but I don't hate them.
I think sometimes the players may soften the blow a little bit, pause, but it's still that team, yo.
Magna Carta don't hate the Cowboys because they just beat us in the playoffs. Stop.
Nah, no. I did. I used to hate the Cowboys. I hated them. But as
you hated them because of people like me. I was a little obnoxious when we met.
It's the players. The players. I mean, the fans.
I was defending the Cowboys against all odds, yo.
The fans do. Yes, the fans do have a part to play in me hating the Cowboys. Yes, they do. But now I don't be around a lot of Cowboys fans like I used to.
And I'm a little humbler.
On purpose.
If that's a word.
But the players make me hate them more. And I don't have any hateable players on the Cowboys right now besides
There you go.
Nah, that's it. Nah, I don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody on that team.
Yeah, you beat this
team. I like Michael Parsons.
You beat this team.
Yo, what's the NBA Finals? Wasn't one of the
Oh yeah. What's up with the NBA Finals?
I don't talk about the finals. I'd rather talk about the Curry family. You know I'm on that drama.
Oh my gosh! Come on, man.
Here he go.
You know what I'm on?
Curry.
Exactly. You know, Red Species. What I'm on that drama.
Listen, man.
Yo, no
grown people.
Do like Mary J. No more drama.
No more drama. All right, no more drama. Let's salute the little redhead kid.
Grown people with money, man. Do grown people with money things.
Yeah, they do weird stuff. Let's salute.
I'll say one thing though on that Curry family thing that we spoke about off camera, where Brother JC was talking about how the cameras was watching. You said somebody said that?
Yeah.
The cameras are watching because I wouldn't have known about this dude being with that chick he was with until I saw the game.
Right.
That's the only time I saw them together was him at Steph Curry's game. I ain't see no pictures of them out in public.
All right, so let's go past Steph Curry. Let's salute him. He's up there. He got 4 rings. I think he's gonna get another one too.
Yeah.
Wow. Magna Carta, you always know how I felt about Klay Thompson, a dog. Like, that's my guy, yo. That's my guy.
And this only his first year back.
And we talked about Draymond. When I saw you, I was like, yo, Draymond not that good. But he's in a good situation. He's in a good situation.
But he don't have to be.
Why?
Huh?
Why doesn't he have to be good?
Because this is where intellect overrides talent. His intellect for the game will supersede talent. You feel what I'm saying?
And he pushed back on that.
Yes, I respectfully disagree because sometimes I feel like I feel like sometimes he doesn't understand the situation where he gets himself into foul trouble or picking up unnecessary technical fouls.
I mean, nobody's perfect, but I think more so than not, he understands. That's where smarts come in. So where more so than not, he understands the situation. That's why when he starts doing what he does best, you saw the last game. That's when they just overtook them. So whereas
does he deserve to be a max player?
Where I get what you get. I'm not here to say who should get money.
Should he be on the team over Should he be on the team over Kevin Durant?
I think so.
Should he what? Say that again. I missed it.
So my point is that I believe that I think he's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
And I think that he knew that it was either going to be him or Durant. So he creates drama.
Dennis Rodman.
Yes. And they had to choose between. And so once he ruffled Durant's feathers, Durant like, okay, I'll leave. Because he pushed Durant buttons by saying, man, we won without you.
But why would that push your buttons if you a dog?
Because he's not.
That's why I said.
Because he's not.
That's why
he didn't take the ball when Oklahoma. What's the team? Oklahoma with Westbrook. Westbrook, they could have beat that. They should have won that year.
Yeah, they should have.
But he's not a dog because he didn't go to that dude and say, yo, give me the fucking ball.
Right.
That would be the equivalent of like, I'm not comparing Mo Cheeks to Westbrook, but that would be the equivalent to Dr. J not giving the ball to the best player on the team at the time, which was Moses Malone.
Right.
Doc knew he's here to help me, but Westbrook is so like on that Napoleon thing, like, I got the best shooter on my team, and I'm not gonna give him the ball. Like I don't like that. That was terrible. Westbrook lost that point.
How many teams did Westbrook sabotage? So I don't think Durant was the problem. It was fucking Westbrook.
Yes. No, that's what I'm saying. Yes. I see what you're saying. You saying don't blame Durant for not demanding the ball.
Right.
Blame Westbrook for not playing the role as a point guard.
For being smart. Let's say that. And that's why, like you can't replace chemistry, bro. I don't care how much talent you have. Chemistry is going to get you. Just look at the Nets. They had how much talent on there?
Lost in the first round.
But no, they got swept in the first round.
I blame that on coaching. I mean,
there's nothing you could take off the table. You know what I mean? But
I don't think Steve Kerr. I don't think Steve Kerr. I mean, not Steve Kerr. I'm sorry, fucking Steve Nash. Pardon, is that dude? That's one of my things.
But that's who they selected.
I mean,
hey, that's on them.
Yeah, that's on the organization. But I think that he's not that. I don't think that he's that.
So let's get our predictions on. Let's get our predictions. We've been up here for a while. Let's get our predictions for our teams.
Okay.
And then the jersey of the week, apparel of the week.
Oh, it depends.
Okay.
You said predictions?
Well, I made mine, but I'm gonna make another one.
Predictions for what team?
For what do you think they're gonna do?
Who's that?
Your
the
team.
Sixers.
Yeah, that's what
I'm on
any prediction. It could be any team. Like I predicted that. I think Kyrie is gonna end up with the Lakers.
I can see that.
I just think that.
I don't think Kyrie wants to go play with LeBron.
Nah, you gotta see that podcast.
So LeBron is gonna be the one that's gone.
But the thing is, I'm gonna send you the podcast where this is where the media.
No, when I say no, he probably will be there, and don't get me wrong. It's gonna be a problem if he goes and fucks with them. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I think.
Why you say that?
When I say a problem, I mean like for the league, like it'll get him it'll be a real more competitive in the West. That's what I was thinking.
If Kyrie was to be traded for like LeBron, like if LeBron ended up in wherever, because I think it's gonna be not a straight up trade. because I put in the chat that I think Kyrie and AD is better, and I think LeBron and I think LeBron is better than with KD, and Kyrie would be better with AD.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, two unhealthy dudes.
Yeah.
You don't notice like Kyrie don't play a lot of games either.
Right.
Kyrie don't play a lot of games.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm a Kyrie fan. That dude do what the fuck he want to. He do what the fuck he want to do, bro.
I don't want him in Philly. That's all I know. I don't want him in Philly.
He do what the fuck he want to do, man.
Absolutely.
I'm not a fan of Kyrie because
all motherfuckers can do is talk shit about him. He just still sit back there and make his bread. I can't stand.
I'm not a
the high hairline dude. I don't believe in nobody talking shit about somebody making money. Like I may sit up here and like we talk about Tobias Harris. I can say somebody I don't feel like somebody's worth it, but as far as getting your money,
get your bread.
Give it to you, I'm not. What the fuck I look like talking about?
Well, we ain't gotta apologize for that.
Huh?
That's why
they don't have to apologize.
That's why when you asked Brother JC was old boy on the Warriors a max, does he deserve a max contract? I'm not the one to say he's not.
That's who.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, let's rephrase it. Let's rephrase it. Not that. Well, no, I'm gonna rephrase it here. I'm not saying does he deserve a max contract. I would say is he a max player? That's what I'll say. Because we don't know who deserves the contract, but is he a max player? Is it different?
Put it this way.
That's how I will word it.
You're as good as what you're as good as what you can negotiate.
Nice, that's true.
Well, that's as far as money. I
want to say my fault, Magna Carta. 1 second. Great point, nonchalant. What I would say is, who deserve a max contract more, KD or
Draymond?
Draymond, yes. If I had to choose between,
of the popular is going to be KD, but.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
I think they win with each one.
I don't think Draymond Green is in the league if he's not with Golden State. That's the only place he works, in my opinion. He don't work nowhere else but Golden State. That's the only place he works.
I'm not gonna say that because
tell me what other team where Draymond Green will work.
I got a good question. Nonchalant, would you take Draymond Green or Julius Randle?
Right now?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now. Julius
Draymond. Okay, Draymond Green.
No, not popular. You.
No, who would you take? Who would you take?
I haven't seen enough of Julius Randle.
Okay, so Draymond Green, Tobias Harris.
I'm taking Draymond.
Not me. Not me.
You got a champion and one that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got a champion that plays he's a piece.
Who plays a significant role.
He's a glue guy.
Draymond Green.
I think
Draymond Green or Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown's a better player.
All day.
I don't think Draymond Green wins a championship at any other team.
It depends on the situation. Let me know.
And that's his situation.
Let me know who's on the team first, and then we'll talk. Because
teams that are constructed right now.
Right.
I'm telling you right now.
You put
a team in the NBA. So you put Draymond Green on Boston.
So he put
and Jaylen Brown on Golden State. Who wins the series?
Yeah. Who goes? If he's on Boston, if he's on the Lakers, who wins?
Golden State.
That's why I said
Draymond Green.
It depends on
Draymond Green.
Draymond, you said if he goes to any team. I just put him on any team.
Yeah, he doesn't win in any other team but Golden State.
If he goes to the Lakers with the team that they have, they're not winning.
No,
but you gotta give them a player back.
No,
that's not what was said. He said you put him on any team. I just put him on a team.
No, I don't even. I don't think the Lakers could beat.
Put him on the Celtics. Celtics are winning.
They lose. But that's why the examples I made,
he's going to make them smarter. You see the dumb mistakes they was making.
So let me interject. That's why when I said I named 2 players, I named 2 players. I said I'm gonna take Jaylen Brown. We're gonna sub him this way. I used Tobias Harris.
That's
and
why I
forget the other. Yeah.
That's why I said it depends on the situation.
Now, if you just place him anywhere, you could put him in the one. Can he play next to Giannis? Yes, he can play next to Giannis.
He's a glue guy. So when you don't have a glue guy, you fall apart.
Draymond, hey, nonchalant.
Yeah,
Draymond Green, Tyrone Hill.
If you put
Draymond Green, hold on,
brother JC,
Draymond Green, George Lynch.
I got a disclaimer, man. You gotta stop bringing out old Philly bums, bro.
Right.
You got one.
Draymond Green to Kimbe Mutombo. Give me Draymond Green, yo.
Nah, give me Mutombo. You bugging. Give me Mutombo.
Mutombo.
I take Mutombo over Draymond Green.
I see what you're saying.
Denver Mutombo. I take Philly Mutombo. I take Atlanta Mutombo before I take Draymond Green.
The point I'm making is that I think Draymond Green, I think we talked about, I think he could play. I think he's tough enough to play in any era. I just think moving forward, moving forward, the way the league is going, he's about to be obsolete. He's about to be obsolete.
Guy, but he's a needed guy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
He's not an analytic guy. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But
he's not.
But he's a needed guy.
For Golden State, yeah.
You need that type of player the Sixers need. They need a wing defender.
Look,
maybe he's a little older that he's not.
He can't defend nobody on the wing no more.
I said maybe no more. But I'm just saying, you're saying he will only fit with Golden State. My pushback is I don't agree with it.
Okay.
And I just showed you twice.
Respectfully,
that's not true.
No, how did you show me twice?
I said
I disagree.
Your question was he would not be on any other team. My pushback
I say he couldn't win on any other team.
Right. I sent him to the Lakers.
I could put him anywhere.
Send him to Boston.
I don't think he can win with the Lakers.
If he's on Boston, they're winning. I
don't agree with that either.
And that's fine.
He's gonna play center on Boston. If he goes to
he's not better than Time Lord. He's not better than Williams. Why would we take Williams off and put
stats? You use
stats. Williams don't have stats like that, but he's a rim protector. He can play better defense than Draymond Green. I don't think he's better than their center. I don't think that Draymond Green is a better center than Williams.
He would have to play center for that team.
Athletically,
but he couldn't. Not better.
This up here, if you don't have it up here, it doesn't matter what your talent is. You're pretty much not going to win like that. That's one of the things why Mike defeated a lot of people. Mentally, he was stronger than everybody else.
Tom Brady or Kyler Murray.
So how is Draymond Green? I feel like sometimes mentally Draymond breaks down. I think his team helps him more.
I'm not saying that's not true. I'm not saying that's not true.
Golden State having the players around him helps him more.
I think players have.
No Klay Thompson on that.
I think players around players. There's no players around that. No
Who's
matter
available for Thursday? Emergency podcast for Thursday.
There's no team.
Draft night. Draft night. It's the draft.
I gotta work. I go back to work on it. I go back to work on Thursday.
Yeah,
who's available for the draft on Thursday?
Say what?
I don't really know. I wouldn't know until tomorrow. I couldn't tell you until tomorrow.
Thursday for the draft, Luke.
Let's
leading up to the Sixers. Hey, what pick y'all got, Magna Carta?
Let's.
I think we got pick 20.
We don't even got a lottery pick this year. So
did the Sixers got a pick? Did the Sixers even got a pick?
Yeah, we got the 23rd.
Because the Sixers will follow suit, and they're gonna fuck up whatever they have.
Whatever they do, they're gonna mess it up.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck.
I'm still watching the draft.
They're gonna stick to the script.
So my prediction is the Sixers trade on draft night Tobias Harris, the 23rd pick of the draft, and Matisse Thybulle for Bradley Beal. I think that's gonna happen on draft night.
I'm glad you think that.
Well,
I think that
I'm being optimistic.
I feel like this.
That's
I'm like you on this, brother JC. I'm not I'm a fan, man, but it's more like I root for them, man. For me to sit up here, man, with Philly squads and continue to go through these transitions, bro. Can't do it. Like, especially when I see the writing on the wall, man. I see it. If they don't make a move, which is not a lot that they have on the table to make a move.
I think this is gonna be Embiid's last year in Philly.
Unless it's the mirror. I mean, what if you want to chip, man? What do you want to do? You gonna sit around there and
I don't think we winning. I don't think we winning.
Hell no.
I just think this is Embiid's last year. I think after this year, he's gonna say, "Yo, get me out of here."
Okay, well, we're gonna have a lot to talk about, but also I feel like we should talk about, like I said, like how we're gonna do this list. I like your idea, brother JC.
I'm trying to get off the horn, yo.
Yeah, no, I'm saying next week.
Oh, we doing a segue to next week. Yeah, go ahead, kick that.
Yeah. So I feel like we could talk about how we gonna put the top 30 together.
15, 15.
Yeah. I still think you should try and get like opinions from other people. So you know your list is a little more verse.
Right.
I'm an introvert.
I will give
school is about to be over. I don't talk to people.
You don't talk to nobody.
I got DJs.
I talk to you. I talk to Rare Species, and I talk to Nonchalant, and I got somebody in the bullpen. I could ask him, but I don't want to. He'll try to dominate the conversation. I ain't talking to him.
No, we not bringing them on the pod. We just going like when you getting your list together. That's all I'm saying. All
right, I'm gonna put in a couple chats.
Brother JC.
Yeah. And then we'll do it like that.
Let's see how much
and look, and we don't gotta do it next week. Let's do it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So give us enough time to listen to the music.
I'm sorry. Next week, let's go with our 6 to 10.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
Next week we go 6 to 10, and then we'll do a review. We'll do a review on the albums or some stuff we didn't go over this week.
And we'll do a review on the draft.
Yep.
And that's probably gonna be it because the 6 to 10 gonna take time. We already. I think we gave it an hour and a half.
Yeah, we talked about that the album.
And Rare Species wasn't even on the. He wasn't even there.
Yeah, but we made it through it though.
I'm cool. I'm cool to talk about that.
All right, bet then.
And any pushback? We good?
We good.
We're good.
Cool. Jersey. Anything else? Let me think. I think that's it. What about?
I got some. Hold on. Real quick.
No. Let me say this. Aisha Curry.
Oh, man.
Showed up to no games. She showed up to the closeout game. Takes Steph MVP, the first one that he received, and she hoochie dancing on it, and he pushed back.
No. Wait a minute. No, only thing I just got a question. Are we sure that's the only game she showed up to? Or is that the only game that she haven't been seeing her?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. That's somebody's wife.
Yeah.
I'll leave that alone. That's somebody's wife.
Me too.
All right, my bad.
I'm stepping away from that.
I was throwing a match in the woods. My bad.
Okay.
I don't mess with.
I'm glad y'all could check me.
Nobody's queen or whatever goes on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
It's how he feel about it. That's all that matters.
You ain't got nothing to say, huh? You ain't got nothing to say, Red Species.
That's how he feel about it.
I got nothing to say about what? About what?
Me neither. I don't got nothing to say about it either. If he all right with it, I'm all right with it. That's
exactly.
That's his lady.
All right, hold up. I got another one. The Martin Lawrence reunion. Yeah, y'all ain't going nowhere. What's up with that reunion? Y'all ain't watch it?
That's a waste of time.
No, I didn't watch it.
It's a waste of time.
Magna Carta. My bad.
You can never recapture.
I'll watch it.
Never gonna recapture that moment.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it though. I'm gonna watch it. I want to talk about it. I'm gonna watch it. I ain't even know it came out yet.
I didn't either.
Magna Carta.
Yeah.
What you got for us?
I think I showed this one already, but I wasn't sure, so I said I'm gonna show it again because I know we don't got it on record. So it's funny we was talking about him.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
The dog.
Put some respect on his name.
Absolutely. And he about to get that bread. What, he got 32 million coming to him? I think he just turned what, 52?
Yeah.
He gets the money when he's 55. So
yeah. So
he ain't 52 yet.
They keep talking like he about to get this bread soon.
Nah, he ain't my age, man. He younger. He was younger than me.
He ain't even 50 yet,
so,
is it?
So maybe he gets to that when he's 50 then.
I think that's what it is.
Is Iverson like 48, right?
And he's 48. I know whatever it was, he had 2 more years to go. Okay. So he's 48 and he gets the money, he gets 32 million when he's 50. I hope he hasn't spent it.
Me too. But
they sure put a lot of hype on that money that he about to get from Reebok.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
But
we good?
So, yep, we good.
Yes,
I ain't saying nothing outrageous. I heard somebody said a homophobic slur this week though.
Who?
Not here.
Drake and his album.
Oh, wait, it's a reason why.
He said, "Yo, y'all ain't listen to Drake album."
I tried.
I did too.
I only got a few.
I think on the 5th song he made a homophobic slur.
I'll listen to it again though.
Please don't.
No, I'm gonna listen to it again.
You in a party mood?
I'll listen to it. It's just repetitive to me though. Like
every track sound the same.
Every track do sound the same.
What you on this techno, electric, or whatever you call that? Electronic.
And these guys are saying this is
house music.
It's a good album.
Yes,
what? Come on now, what we doing to rap now?
You got a bass.
That's not rap, but we already know that, or we already talked about that. That's not a rap album. We know that.
What about the Roots? Anybody want to talk about the Roots? I'm so angry. I missed that.
Yeah.
We gotta get in.
I blame my Philly brethren for that.
Cut it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything that we miss. Down? Anything we miss in Philly, you gotta blame the Philly dudes.
You were sick that weekend?
I ain't even go myself.
I'm still recovering from COVID, man. Like I'm
Black
still
Dog, what is he? Top 1, top 3, top 5. What is he?
He's easily top 5.
Easily.
Top 5 dead or alive.
Yeah, easily.
All right, that's my I just heard my bedtime chime. I gotta go, fellas.
I bet you do.
Oh yeah.
Yo, you got a lot of nerve. You got a lot of nerve.
I slept before, so
yo, let in the chat. We're gonna see we're available for a little draft talk on Thursday, NBA draft.
All right.
Yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow.
Brother JC, Brother Joe, Papa Smurf out.
Magna Carta out.
Nonchalant, peace and love. We out.
Exact truth. Last one in, last one out. Peace and love.